Want to know how my student makes over $100,000 per year writing emails about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Or how a local bakery offered me $4,000 per month to write just 3 emails per week? Well, today I'm revealing 3 of the most profitable and overlooked niches for email copywriters and list managers in 2025 and beyond. But first, let me ask you something. Why do people spend $200 on seeds to grow plants, $500 on garden supplies, or even $1,000 on golf clubs without blinking an eye? I sure as hell won't spend that kind of money on some of those hobbies, but for my own passions, well, I will. See, hobbies aren't really just expenses to these people. They are identities. People will spend boatloads of cash on hobbies they love. And that's exactly why hobby markets are a goldmine for email copywriters and list managers. So let me tell you a quick story about my student Shane. When we first started working together, he was just working in academia in Ireland. And when our partnership began and we started building his freelance email business, I told him to find a niche he was passionate about. And as a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he chose BJJ as his niche. And so after some research and a few weeks of cold messaging, he landed one of the biggest names in the sport as his client and has been working with them for over a year now. So Shane noticed they had a decently sized email list, but were missing a real strategy to monetize their growing audience. His client is still super active and a big name in the sport, so their list and audience was growing by the day, right? So just a few months later, his emails helped sell thousands of dollars worth of online products and brought in new Academy members. They discovered a whole new revenue stream, email, and now he's their full-time email guy and is even getting more involved in how the company grows as a whole. And here's the beautiful thing. This actually works for literally any hobby market. I personally work with companies in climbing, golf, gardening, knitting, diamond painting, drawing, playing the piano, and like so many more random niches. These markets are full of passionate buyers who are open to learning from and buying from businesses just because they love the hobby. So the secret is that most of these hobby businesses are actually run by just enthusiasts who know everything about their passion, but really nothing about email marketing or even really marketing in general. So they need someone who can speak their language and write compelling emails. And that's where you come in. Now, speaking of passionate customers willing to spend a lot of money, let me show you another gold mine that most copywriters just completely miss out on. And this is actually one of my favorite markets. I'm a huge foodie, so it's always a blast when I work with food and beverage companies. Plus, there's a massive shortage in email marketers working in this industry. I don't know why, but most people seem to overlook restaurants and in-person stores as quality clients. Personally, they've been some of my favorites. Let me give you an example. Last year, I actually worked with a small bakery based in Louisiana, and they were just your typically family-owned shop with incredible recipes, but really mediocre marketing. They actually shipped their cakes across the country, which was actually pretty cool. And during the Mardi Gras season, they generated over $1 million in sales. About half of that came from email marketing. And when I started working with them, they had thousands of email subscribers, but all they were doing was sending boring menu of the week updates. We completely transformed their email strategy, and instead of just listing menu items, we started telling stories. Stories about the recipes, the history of the cakes, and behind the scenes look at their team. We mixed in some limited edition holiday specials and then created massive FOMO. And the results, we were getting sales from folks all over the country. People from New Orleans and people who just love those types of cakes. They were running out of cakes and the cake sets to ship. They actually had to hire more people to keep up with the orders. And remember, we made $500,000 in a single month, all from email marketing. No paid ads, no influencer collabs, just emails that made people's mouths water, literally. And bakeries are just the beginning. This industry is exploding with new opportunities like craft breweries launching new releases, coffee roasters selling subscriptions, specialty food makers going D2C, ghost kitchens building the brands, meal prep services fighting customer churn, right? So there's a lot of opportunity out there. So then here's your action step. Look up food businesses in your own city. I guarantee you'll find at least 5 that are making amazing products but are sending terrible emails. That's your opportunity. So we've covered passionate hobby enthusiasts who love to spend money on their hobbies. We've talked about the massive opportunity in food and beverage, but there's one market that's literally in your backyard, and it might be the most profitable out of all the 3 niches. And I'm talking about local businesses. Here's the thing about local businesses that most copywriters and online marketers miss. While everyone's fighting over big online brands, sexy startups, and like the next creator on X or LinkedIn, there's actually a gold mine of untapped clients in your local town or city. And I'm about to show you some proof. So let me tell you about Patrick. He's a copywriter I've known about for some time. He's not a client of mine or anything. I just know him from the space, but he wrote a really kick-ass post about local businesses, sharing how he was making around $5,000 to $10,000 per week. Yeah, per week, writing emails for a local home service business. To be fair, it's an old post from 2023, but I still think it's relevant and helpful to anyone. And in just a year, he made over $4 million in revenue for a single local business client, working less than 1 hour per week. So with businesses like HVAC companies, garage door services, roofing contractors, they're all sitting on gold mines. They have huge email lists of past customers that they never contact. And we're talking tens or hundreds or even thousands of emails just gathering dust. And these aren't low ticket services either. These are high value clients who spend thousands. According to Patrick, all he did was contact these businesses through LinkedIn, offer to write a few emails on a performance basis, get paid $50 to $100 per appointment booked, and he just promoted simple offers like discounted tune-ups that led to bigger upsells that the company did. And here's why this works so well, because local service businesses have terrible digital marketing, but high ticket products, right? An HVAC replacement, that's $10,000. A new roof, $15,000 or more, like minimum. I mean, hell, a few branches fell off my mom's tree over the summer and the landscaper charged $600 just to chop it all up and move it elsewhere. So one good email campaign can generate dozens of appointments in a week that can bring in 6, 7 figures in a single year. And it's not just home services, right? So think about local dental practices, auto repair shops, real estate agents, lawyers, private medical practices, all high ticket services with customer lists they rarely use. So here's your action step. Look up home service businesses in your area. The ones with the biggest Google ad budgets usually have the bigger customer list. Reach out and offer to monetize your email list on a performance basis. No risk for them and huge upside for you. So yeah, there you have it. 3 untapped markets just waiting for good email copywriters and list managers. Whether you choose to work with a passionate hobby enthusiast, help local restaurants tell their story, or partner up with a service business to fill their calendars, the opportunity is massive. And speaking of opportunities, if you found this video helpful, do me a quick favor, tap that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Every week, I'm dropping new videos showing exactly how to make money as freelance email marketers. And hey, want to see real examples of folks making money from my advice? I send out a near daily newsletter where I share how I and my clients land 4-figure retainers with simple strategies. Just join me at freedomthroughemail.com and I will see you there.